But when you have no motivation, when life suddenly hits you and you're out of energy, you won't do it anymore. It's not about being perfect. It's about being loyal to the skill, to the goal that you promised yourself that you want to pursue. Just 18 minutes a day becomes 100 hours a year. Hello everybody! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time, feeling awesome. Okay guys, as you've seen from the title, yes, consistency beats perfection. There's something that I call perfection syndrome, which is when we humans subconsciously tend to want to start things big. We want to start like we're at level zero, right? When we haven't even started. We have this in mind to, yes, for my first step, I want to do something big. I want to go big and I want big results. This is a subconscious thought process that happens, trust me. And of course, you do it big at first because you're filled with motivation, energy, and all that, and you get no results. And then you be like, huh, okay, I gave my all to this and I got nothing? Whoa, I'm gonna quit. Yeah, this thought process happens all the time for everyone. That's why people can't pursue their goals. It's because they expect themselves to be perfect for it and they would expect big results, right? But there's no such thing as that. That's why actually many people when they fail, they never get up again. It's because they expect perfection. They want to be rewarded, and when they're not rewarded they lose their motivation. That's why I am against motivation. It's because it's just when it's there you want to do the thing, when it's there you have the energy to do something. But when you have no motivation, when life suddenly hits you and you're out of energy, you won't do it anymore. And that's lack of discipline, and that's lack of consistency. When you're consistent, that's why consistency is stronger than perfection and motivation. It's because when you want perfection, you're filled with energy, right? You put your all to the work, okay? But you do it for day one, day two, day three. Suddenly on day four, something happens in your life that drains you of energy. It's normal. We're humans. Sometimes we get tired, sometimes we get exhausted, sometimes frustrated. But those who are disciplined and consistent go for day five as well. But the only difference is that they wouldn't waste their energy on trying to be perfect. They wouldn't waste their time on trying to be great. They just do it anyway. And eventually they do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And of course, humans' nature is to evolve. As you keep on going, as you continue, you become better at it. Do you think that the everyday thing that we do are simple? No, they're not simple. They're just simple because we've been repeating them for every day for years. Okay? It's just about the consistency we've had throughout these years. You see, a child can't hold a fork or a spoon as properly as we adults do, right? It's because it's a child. It hasn't practiced it yet, and the child doesn't go, I can't hold the spoon like that adult, so I'm never gonna hold the spoon again. That's exact mindset that we have for everything we want to do. Isn't it so funny? Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. So consistency, yes, can lead to perfection. But if I want to be honest, there's no such a thing as perfection. Perfection is when something is at its ultimate max potential, but there is no max potential for anyone. There's always space for growing, evolving, and getting better and better and better, and just growing. But yes, when you're consistent, you can develop and become even better than the perfect that you have in your mind of yourself. Isn't it so cool? But perfection, no. Perfection, on the other hand, would not lead to consistency. So it's really important, there's this rule, this fact that says just 18 minutes a day, 18 minutes a day becomes 100 hours a year. Look how cool that is. Just by being consistent for a year, you might even be able to master something. You can be a master at it, but can you be consistent? That's the main point of it. Can you be consistent despite how you feel, despite what life throws at you, despite the failures that you might see, despite no results? Because that's the point. Despite getting no results, you still keep going. Because what you're looking for is not results. What you're looking for is growth, is becoming better than you were yesterday. We think that results are the main part of the process, but no, it's who you become. In the process, you have no idea how much you're getting qualified for what you want. When you expect a result at first, do you think you're qualified for it? No, you're not. When you're qualified, you're definitely gonna get the result. So just keep going, okay? There was this really cool audio of a character that I don't know it precisely, but I will say it anyway. He said, I lost and lost and lost and lost and lost and lost and won. I lost and lost and lost and won and lost and lost and won. I lost and lost and won and won and won and won and won. Do you know how many times he failed? But he kept going? Many times. And it's the same thing for everything. We have in business something called PLC. I can draw it for you. Wait a minute. It's something like PLC is the short form of product life cycle. Okay, it's something like this. Okay, and here it's growing, developing, and all that. In here, it's at its max potential. Everything is going great, but suddenly it goes down. Okay, every business it happens for it, and that's when we do something called remarketing, changing the strategies and everything, and boom, again it goes high. You see? It's not about the results that make the process beautiful. It's about how you look at it and how you try to solve it. Because if you see in this PLC, as you can see, yes, here it's growing, here it's at its max, everything is perfect, but nothing is permanent. Okay? Good news and bad news, maybe. It depends on you. Nothing is permanent, so yeah, it goes down anyway, one day. But the real businessman, the real businesswoman, the real CEO knows that it's just about a matter of time. And it doesn't mean that just because it failed, just because it went down, you gotta stop doing. No, you and I are not looking for perfection. We're looking for progress. So you change your strategy. You start remarketing again. And boom, it goes off. Life, skills, businesses, everything are like that. It's all about mastering this cool skill called consistency. Just look, you don't need to push yourself or force yourself into it, okay? For example, in order to create this consistent skill in myself for reading a book, I would make sure that I read even one line of a book every day. Sometimes one line, sometimes one page, sometimes 3 pages, but I do it anyway. I make sure I have this notebook, which is a planner. It's beautiful. Every day, for example, here, I will write down every routine that I have before sleep. For example, meditation, skincare, reading, studying, recording, or whatever. And I make sure that I do them. I wouldn't sleep unless I'm done. And it's a really great practice. Like, trust me, I am not comparable to myself last month. And again, my next month is not going to be comparable to me now because every day I'm practicing, I'm being consistent. And you can be too. Anyone can be. It's not about being perfect, but about being consistent. It's about being loyal to the skill, to the goal that you promised yourself that you want to pursue. So, yes, don't look for results. Look, failure is a part of the process. Failure has a lesson to teach you. Just because you fail doesn't mean that you should stop going. What kind of myth is that? It's just about changing the ways, changing the strategies, and boom, you can go up again. And of course, don't get too attached to it because it goes on again. Okay, there's up and downs always, and nothing is permanent. But yeah, really, consistency beats perfection, and consistency does lead to perfection that you have in your mind. But perfection doesn't lead to consistency and discipline and becoming who you want to become. So just do the thing. Don't worry about whether it's perfect or medium or whatever. What you're doing is awesome. And yeah, I'm really proud of you. I'm really thankful if you've come this far. Thank you so much for the time that you put here. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Mwah!